Welcome back, guys. This is Creeper Commander, and in today's episode we are going to tap into blood magic. So let's go ahead and get started with that. First thing we are going to have to craft is a blood altar. So we've got it pulled up here, and as you can see, it is 4 pieces of stone, a furnace, and 2 gold ingots, and a diamond. Okay, so we've got our blood altar. The next thing we are going to need is a sacrificial knife. There we go. And as you can see, it's 5 pieces of glass, a gold ingot, and an iron ingot. So there we go. Now we have that. So let's get started. So you ask, what do we do with the blood altar? Well, let me get up top and we'll show you. Alright guys, we are up top now, and as you can see, I've cleared out a little section up here for a little experimentation. But let's get the blood altar here, and we're going to put it down right here. And then what you have to do is you have to fill this thing with blood, and there's 3 different ways really you can get it. One is from yourself, which is what we'll be starting off with. Second is from other things in the area, like villagers. And third is by animals. So I think we'll start off with a little bit with ourselves just to get it started. So what you do is you take your sacrificial knife and you shift right click yourself, and as you can see, it took away a heart from me and tossed some blood in here. And if you look closely, this blood is slowly starting to drain in here. And after a while, it will disappear, like it just did. And so you have to fill it up. Big thing is you have to be careful, or you'll kill yourself. So you need to make sure to have plenty of food and to watch your health. So once you get this all full, then you can start on with other things. But the main thing I want to do while we're regenerating health is I'm going to go ahead and build a pen over here. We're going to start right here, and we're going to build a pen all the way around. And you ask why? Well, we're going to store villagers in here, so we don't have to kill ourselves. We can just kill villagers. Okay guys, as you can see, I have built them a very nice little pen here. Leads out to the blood altar. Also in here, I have created an overflow. If you look at the overflow, it leads directly down into the smeltery. So that'll be very useful too. I'll show you what that will do later on. But the next objective we have to do is go find villagers. So we know where several villages are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the golden lasso, which I don't have in here, which will be downstairs. But I will go and golden lasso a few of them, probably make some more golden lassos so that way we can do that. But before we do that, the first thing we need to do to this is to make doors. So let's get a bunch of doors making here. And what I'm going to do with the doors, I'll show you with the few I have, is we are going to put them around the edge here. Okay, I forgot to put this one layer on it so we can set our doors up here, but now that I've got that shown, I will show you what I'm doing here. We'll put doors all along here, so that way we can get the villagers to respawn, so we don't have to have so many. So it'll look like this all the way around. And then once they realize that their population of their village is not adequate, they'll start to reproduce. Alright guys, we have all the doors around it, and as you can see, I went and made a bunch of golden lassos. So the next spot is off to the village. Okay guys, we are here in the village, and I've already nabbed a few, but I'm just gonna fill up all these lassos with villagers, and then we'll head back to the house. So to nab a villager, it's just like anything else. You would just right click on them and they get sucked up into the lasso, and that's it. Well, this is gonna be the last one. Apparently he's taking a bath, so I hate to interrupt your bath, buddy, but you're mine. Alright guys, we are back here in the little cage here, and we're just going to start dropping the villagers in here. And as you can see here, we've already got some breeding going on here to hopefully increase the village size. So hopefully we'll get some babies here in a little bit. But I have been told that if we put carpet down, that it may increase their production rate. So we might have to put carpet all over this. Let's just look and see what carpet is made of. Let's see here. Carpet. Oh, so just 2 wool blocks. Let's see if we can actually pull that from the computer. If we have wool. We have a few. Okay, so that's all we have for now, but we will go back downstairs and make some more, maybe some different colors, and fill this whole place with carpet. Alright guys, we have carpet in here. Looky there, we've got a new little baby villager. Isn't he cute? So, okay, but once we have this place packed full of villagers, what we'll do is we'll lead them out this door to the blood altar, and we'll sacrifice them there. Isn't that hideous? But I think one other thing we might want to do is make a sound muffler. So let's go ahead and check that out. Because honestly, I don't want to hear all this all the time. So let's see what it takes. Okay, so we need 8 pieces of wool and a note block. A note block is simply just a bunch of planks around a piece of redstone. So I'm actually going to have to go find some sheep to be able to get some more wool. Used it all on the carpet. So, okay guys, we've done a little bit of work here, but the good news is we've got enough to make our sound mufflers here. So let's go ahead and make a few of these. Let's see here. We can actually, I taught the computer how to make them, and we're going to make 4 of them. And you ask, why 4? Thought we only needed 1. Well, you'll see. Alright guys, we're back up top here, and as you can see, I've had to build a little cage around here, because what I figured out is when I step on that pressure plate, the villagers come strolling out of there, and then I have to go re-catch them again. So we built a little cage around them, so that way we can get this done. And I had to put a switch on the door. Oh, we got an iron golem. Well, isn't that nice? So we're just going to put the sound muffler pretty much dead center of this room as much as we can here in the middle of the white carpet. And see what it does. Let's see here. Ah, the sounds of silence. Isn't that wonderful? We still have the zombies in the background, but no more villagers there. So we got a chunk loader to load up this chunk while we're gone. And as you can see, it's created an iron golem, which is nice. Uh-oh, you're in trouble, buddy. Now that you are in, we'll go ahead and just show you how it works here. We stab him, and his blood goes into here. Okay, and then one of the first things we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to make a blank slate. But before we can get a blank slate, the first thing we're going to have to actually make is called a weak blood orb. And the way we do that is we fill this up with 2000 LP, which is life points, which is the blood. And then after that, you drop a diamond in here. So I'll come back when I think I have 2000 LP in here. Okay guys, now I'm back. There should be hopefully 2000 LP in here. I've drained my life almost to the end 3 times, so that should be enough. It's usually about 200 LP per heart, so we'll see. We're going to go ahead and toss this diamond in here and see what happens. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have a weak blood orb. So with the weak blood orb, I can show you what we can do. There we go. Okay, there's all sorts of things you can make. A lava crystal, water sigil, some blood runes, some rune of the orb. The first one we're going to do, though, is this divination sigil. It's obviously 7 pieces of glass, a blank slate, and a weak blood orb. But first we have to get a blank slate, but I'll go through these here in a minute. Okay, imperfect ritual stone and an alchemic chemistry set. So back to what we were going to do, a blank slate here. A blank slate is just going to be a piece of stone inside of here that has 1,000 LP in it. So let's see, we'll go ahead and drain our blood, maybe, in here. There we go. And see if we have a piece of stone in the computer downstairs. No, give me that back. Oh, look at that. We already have blank slates. Sweet. Didn't realize we had those. We must have picked them up from a tomb or something. But here's a piece of stone, so we'll do it right, because we're going to need quite a few of these. We'll just take the stone here and toss it in there. And as you can see, there it is. So now we have another blank slate. We'll run downstairs real quick and we'll set this up. Okay, so now we have everything we need. We've got our 7 pieces of glass, a blank slate, and a weak blood orb, and that gives us our divination sigil. Now you say, well, what's that for? Give me a minute, I'll show you. Okay, we're back here at the blood altar, and we have our divination sigil in our hand. And what it does is if you right click on this, it'll show you how much LP's in there. You can see we have 6,400 out of 10,000 LP, so that's good to know. Okay, so the next thing we are going to make is called a blood rune. It's right here. And you can see that it's 6 stone, 2 blank slate, and a weak blood orb. What we're going to do with that is we are going to surround this blood altar to upgrade it to a tier 2. There are 5 tiers of altars. So we're on number 1. We're going to go make these and upgrade it to tier 2. Okay, as you guys can see, I have gone ahead and removed all the dirt around this, and then what we are going to do is we're going to surround the blood altar with these blood runes, and that should upgrade us to a tier 2. If we right click here, you can see down there it's a tier 2 now with 6,400 LP. So what can we do with the tier 2? Well, there's several things we can do, but the main thing we can do is make a sacrificial dagger so we can actually use these guys in here. Here we go, sacrificial dagger. It's going to be an iron sword in here. We need 3,000 LP. We have that. Now we just have to get an iron sword. Okay, so we'll just pull an iron sword here out of the computer, and we will toss that bad boy in there, and we'll wait for it to finish. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have a dagger of sacrifice. What we can do with this is now we can open up the gates here. I'll let the villagers come out. And when they come out, we can sacrifice them in here. Like this guy. Come here. Oh, gotcha. And we can see that we are at 5,400. If we get the next guy, come here, we will see that we are now at 7,400. So now we don't have to sacrifice ourselves in order to do this. We can just use villagers. But the villagers in here are just not working very well. There's not enough of them. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to create a soul shard. We're going to need the 8 end stone that we created in last episode. We're going to need, I think, 4 nether stone or netherrack, and we're going to need a piece of glowstone. Okay guys, as you can see, I now have it set up, and the only thing we need to do here is we need to right click the glowstone with a diamond, and we get a soul shard. So there we go. So now we could get several soul shards out of this same layout. So we may leave it here, we may clean it up, we'll see. But for now, I'll show you what we need. We are going to go in here, and we are going to kill some villagers. This takes a while. Ooh, look at that, I'm getting attacked by an iron golem. That's his job, to protect the villagers, so we may have to take him out before this will actually work. Or we can just stand out here. Get back here, boys. The iron golem can't come through the door because he is too big. Ha ha ha. Get you out here. This won't help our blood altar, but in the end, after we kill 200 of these guys, it will fill our soul shard. So that'll be worth it, because then what we'll do after we create this, get this soul shard filled up, is we will we'll create a village spawner, and then we can have villagers all day long. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can tell, I have built on to the little villager spawner here, and if we look in our soul shard here, we have killed 59 villagers, but figured since this is taking so long that we'd go ahead and set up a farm over here, and I mean an animal farm by that, since we're all about farming these last couple episodes. As you can see here, I have some sheep, and I have some pigs and some cows, and this is a sound muffler, so I don't have to hear them. Same thing over there with the villagers. And you're wondering, why are your sheep all sheared? Well, I went ahead and started the process and made up a rancher. What a rancher will do is it'll shear sheep, obviously. It'll milk cows. Not sure exactly what it does to pigs, if anything. We're going to go ahead and put in a chronotyper here. And what that does is that'll suck the babies when I breed these, because we'll put a breeder probably on top of this rancher over here, and it'll breed the babies. It'll breed all the sheep into babies, and then it'll suck the babies into here. And when the babies get large, we'll put a grinder up here, and which will obviously eliminate them and take their goods from them. But that way we can keep a good abundant amount of sheep over here for shearing, and we can also get lamb chops and more wool through here. Over here, we're just going to put a breeder here, breed these animals, and bring them over here to take care of them and get their goods. So, and one other thing I want to show you. I got tired of running around, so I put in an elevator. Nice, right? So, I guess we'll just start here. I've already got it typed in, so we can look and see what it takes to make a chronotyper. Now, we're going to need 2 of these. So, it's going to take 2 sets of plastic shields, 6 emeralds, machine frame, redstone reception coil, and some purple dye. We should have everything. There we do, except for the plastic sheets. There we go. Now we have a chronotyper. Now we're going to need 2 of these. So there we go. Next thing we are going to need is the grinder. And this is similar. 2 plastic sheets, some tin gears, machine frame, redstone reception coil, some books, and some Invar swords. Alright, so we'll pull 2 grinders down here. There we go. And then we are going to need some ME cable. We've got 50 of that. We are also going to need 2 interfaces. Okay guys, I think we'll need 4 ME interfaces. I'm going to try 2 basic import buses. We've got our ME cable, our 2 chronotypers, and 2 grinders. So that should get us everything we need to get this thing going. But we'll see in a second. And that is one thing I sure do like about that village spawner. You really don't have to worry about any of the bad guys, except for probably this guy. I think he wants a piece. You want a piece of the commander, son? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, you don't need none of the commander. Alright. So, the first thing we'll do here is put a chronotyper in here. There we go. And as you can see, it has the back here and the front over here, so theoretically this should work. If not, we'll switch it around. Now what we'll put over here is the grinder. There we go. Got the grinder in. So now I will run power and the ME cable from over there down the bottom of all of these, all the way straight down. So that way we can link it all into the same system. Hey guys, we're back, and the one thing we do need to make is a breeder. Here we go. It's a golden apple, 2 golden carrots, 2 plastic sheets, machine frame, redstone, reception coil, and some purple dye. So there we go. Now we have a breeder. We'll take that upstairs and get that set up. And what I've decided is that instead of, well, I don't know. I know we're going to breed these, but I thought, well, why don't we just breed the sheep in here and save ourselves the time? But I've already got it set up, so we'll go ahead and get it done. There we go. And then what we need in here is some wheat. So let's bring the computer back. Pull out some wheat. Should be enough. We'll put this in here. And then hopefully we will start seeing these animals breeding. If it were faced the right way. Let's see here. There we go. That should be the right way. Ah, that's right. I didn't hook the power up yet. I did that intentionally. We forgot this one little thing here. There. Now we should start seeing some breeding. Let's see here. Everything's got power. And this is going into an ME interface. That's also another thing. You do need golden pipes to hook to these. MEs will not work. I tried that on the thing back here. Ooh. This grinder may be just a little too close to over here. So we may have to shut that one down, because that means it'll grind over here also. Give me a second. Okay guys, I got it all worked out here and figured out my issues. Okay, we went ahead and took the grinder off of here and went ahead and tore this all down because it was eating my sheep. Obviously we had like 8 in there, now we have 4. So what I'm going to do with these sheep is I'm going to get them to breed manually, and then when we have enough of them, we'll take 2 of them and bring them over to the other place here. And to make animals breed, you just simply right click them with some wheat or whatever it is they eat, and then they'll see the hearts all together, and then they'll eventually meet and have a baby. See? So now we should have 2 babies, and when those babies grow up, we'll be able to shear them. So let's get a golden lasso here, and we'll take 2 of them. And we'll wrangle these sheep out of here. There we go. And we'll bring them over here. There we go. Now we have sheep, and as you can tell, this is already working. We have a little baby cow here, and should be hopefully working. Okay, take that out of there. And as you can see, our wheat is going down, so we'll pop some more in here. And hopefully this ME basic import bus will keep the wheat in here. I'm not sure if it will, or if I'm going to have to make like a more precision ME bus. But for now, it hooked up, it's working, and hopefully that'll continue our farm. Now let's go check and see how our little creatures over here are doing. See if we've got quite a few or not. Oh, we have an iron golem in there, which is the protector, and he will attack you. I found out earlier. Did not realize that, so we will go ahead and take him out. Ooh, you gotta watch out for those arms though, because he is a vicious, vicious man. There we go. So that way we can come in here and look. He gives you an iron, and should be a rose around here somewhere. So it looks like we're doing pretty decent over here. Let's see how many we have. Quite a few. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Looks like 15. So we're going to bring them back to 4. Or maybe we'll leave them alone for a little bit. And we'll take you out just because it was easy. And it gives us a good even number of 60 on our kills. As you can see, we're still a tier 1, so we're still about 140 away from what we need. So that's probably going to have to wait for another episode till we start that. But as you can see, we've done quite a bit. Built a nice little, what RidgeDog calls a shecht pit. It's actually, he calls it a sex pit, but he spells it differently. It's still funny. But he's the one, actually, I took note on how to pretty much set this up. He did it a little bit differently, but still basically the same principle. But it's really neat, and it works well. It's going to work really well once we get our spawner in here. And then we won't need to breed villagers anymore. They'll just populate on their own, and then we can run them out the door. We can sacrifice them, and then we'll have more than enough blood for our blood magic. So let's go see if we got any more little animals over here. Looks like our sheep are growing up nicely. Oh, we got 3 little cows. Look at that. I wonder why the pigs aren't breeding. I might have to check into this and see what it takes for pigs to breed. These pigs seem awfully hungry. So we will see why they are not breeding. Okay, guys, I figured out why the pigs weren't breeding. You have to feed pigs carrots to breed. Also, I found out that this basic import bus is not going to work. We are going to have to create a precision, and it may be an export. I'll have to double check and let you know. Okay, guys, I have got it finally figured out. Alright, as you can see here, I have a nice little setup. What I have is I have a wooden transport pipe and a autarkic iron and gate and a diamond chest. If we drop down the hole, you can see I have a ME Precision export bus, which is what I needed instead of the import bus. I've also got it ran all the way down here to my interface to pick up all of the food and leather and wool and whatever gets produced out of the farm. So we'll show you what it takes to make the autarkic iron gate. So let's see here. The one I made is right here. And it shows you this, which is weird. So you just right click it and it shows you. It's a pulsating chipset, a redstone iron chipset, and an iron AND gate. To make the iron AND gate, same thing. Redstone chipset and red pipe wire. To make red pipe wire, it's just red dye, redstone, and iron. So what I did on this is I set it up, well, so that if there's space in the inventory, which is the breeder, it'll send a single energy pulse and send an item in there. Same thing with both slots, so that way it can send all the carrots and all the wheat. Now, down here on the export bus, I set it up where the wheat and the carrot get pulled from the computer all the time. So if it ever goes low, it'll pull more wheat and carrots. Not that we have more. And hopefully we don't need more, because there was like 2,000 something in there. So that's what I did on that to get it set up to be automated. It's not the prettiest setup, but it is working. You can see over here we have lots of pigs and cows and a few sheep, but overall it's doing pretty well. And we look at the second farm, and we've got plenty of sheared sheep. So if we look in the computer, let's look at beef. So we have 107 beef already, which is awesome. Let's look at pork. We have 124. And then let's look at wool. 365. So we're doing pretty well. Not that we need this wool, but what we can do is we can put cows in here and get milk. You can get all sorts of things from it. But let's go check one last time on our villagers over here to see how that's going. Ooh, an iron golem in there again. So looks like we have a few. Ooh, 2 iron golems. That'll be fun to fight. Probably should eat before I go in there. Take care of these iron golems, and then we'll thin out the herd a little bit so we can get some more for our soul shard. So here we go. Ooh-wee. Oh, look at him beating us. Come on. We don't want to take on 2 of them. Come on. All right, got rid of that one. Now let's get rid of... Well, we'll get rid of you. Haha. Oh, Mr. Iron Golem. Don't stand in the way. We will murder you. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so now we're going to thin this herd out a little bit. Back down to maybe 5 or 6. You want some? Oh, yeah. I don't know what they're doing in the corner. It's kind of creepy. Let's see here. There we go. See how many we have. Oh, we got a loner over here. We'll definitely take you out. Oh, another one. Hey, get back here, Elvis. Oh, we got you, Elvis. Alrighty. One last loner over here. Let's see how many we have in our soul shard now. 77. We got to tier 1. Alright. So, let's see if we can see how many we actually have. Let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think we got 11. So, let's take one more out. There we go. So now we should have 78 kills in our soul shard. And... Oops. Looks like I killed the 10th one. No, I didn't. Here he is hiding. Okay, so we're doing pretty good here. It's going to probably take a few days to get all of this done. But as you can see, we have 78. And we need somewhere around 200 to make the spawner. So we'll give this a little bit of time. And I think that's going to have to wrap it up for this episode. So... Please like and share my videos. Leave me a comment. Let me know what else you'd like to see or give me some suggestions, some tips, whatever you need. So, for now, this is Creeper Commander.